Thank you so much. Thank you so much, production room, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, and welcome on board the program in the heart of the city. It's weekend from this end, the last edition for this week, and of course, the first week for the month of May 2021. Are we glad to be together again on this set as far as the program is concerned? Good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for taking the rendezvous, for being with us this afternoon as far as the program is concerned. From this end, Central Mike, throughout the week has been your girl, Miss B or Lady B, and you know what to do. Whenever you see my face, you call me that. I give you a pretty smile. Greetings to all those who may be watching us right now in Chang, those who are watching us in, Buddha, suspecting that it should be raining in Chang and raining in Buddha right now. Why? Because in Bafusam, in the heart of Antreco Normal, where we broadcasting live this afternoon from the studios of NG Television. It's raining out there. And so if you're about coming into town, please arm yourselves very well. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's raining hard. And of course, the weather is not the best. And so you do well, ladies and gentlemen, to come along your sweaters, come along your covers. You understand? Mufflers and headscarves and so on. Cover yourselves. Cover shoes. We've not forgotten that. That's Bafusam this minute. It's exactly 2:34 from the studios of NG Television. Weather not the best. So if you are in Buddha, you are in Baganti, you are in, understand, all these clusters, towns around this western region, you want to come into Bafusam, the heart of the western region, you just cover yourselves. In the heart of the city, last edition for the week, as I earlier announced there. But before we start the program in full this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you to all those who've been with us in the course of this week. Thank you so much. You made the program what it is. Of course, if I say thank you to you all, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the production room, thanks to the girls here, Binda and Maricol, of course, thank you so much. It's because they did. That's why we could come live and ride through the program. And what makes it so interesting is the fact that you are in that small box there, and that's why we can have plenty of courage to come live like this and ride through the program. Those watching us from the slopes of Mount Fako, we are in the month of May. Good. The 5th month for the year 2021. We are about entering the heart of the raining season, equally even the southwest region. But I'm suspecting Yaoundé, the center, region of the country, with 4 climatic, conditions there. I want to believe it's somehow balanced this time around. But Bafusam, I want to believe we have just 2. Yeah, 2. And so this season, in as much as the southwest region is embracing, a little bit of the sun and preparing for the raining season. We are still, in the balance, climate. The rain and the sun, the rain and the sun, the rain and the sun. And we're quite different from Yaoundé. Then again, Douala, the economic strength of the nation. I want to believe that Ango is beginning to embrace, breeze from the sea, you understand? All what is coming from the sea, blowing across the land and so on, is beginning to rain bit by bit by that again. They're going to be merging with the southwest region together very soon to embrace the heart of the raining season. That's the littoral region. And coming right by us here, that's the northwest region. Talking about the climatic condition there, I want to believe this season the northwest region is preparing as well to embrace the raining season. But again, drops of rains are visible, especially in areas like Santa. Good, because they are really beside us here. Areas like Santa and those that are after Santa, and a little bit of Awin, the areas that Miss Bean knows. That's it there, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, welcome as far as the program is concerned to this huge family watching us right now through the social media page. We want to say greetings to you all. Thank you so much for being connected even through social media and following us live as far as the program in the heart of the city is concerned. It's a beautiful Friday, I must admit. climate from this end, full of lots and lots of activities. And so for those who are having funerals already at the corner and the weather is so bad, you got no choice but to go ahead as planned. You understand? But from this end, we understand what it means to carry forward a funeral when the weather is not the best. And that's why as a theme this afternoon, we want to say plenty of courage to you all. And for those who have, celebrations of all genres, of all magnitude, it could be wedding ceremonies and so on and so on. It could be, it's Friday. Mind you, some may be doing baby showers. Yeah, others may be having memorial ceremonies and so on, traditional weddings and so on. All we wish you from this end is the best. That's the introductory phase. As far as the program is concerned this afternoon, maybe you want us to talk about something else. I don't know. But again, numbers are in front of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. You can write through the program with us from this end. And of course, we give you nothing but the very best from this end. Before I introduce the girls to you all, ladies and gentlemen, Mariko is already there. We want to say, as far as the program in the heart of the city is concerned, and as far as NG Television is concerned, the very best is in the air. And so you don't lose hope. We stay optimistic. We keep fingers crossed and know that all the best is still to come. When there is life, there is hope. Good afternoon to you, Mariko. When there is life, there is hope. And so let nobody say die when the bones are still active. You understand? Marco, thank you for coming. Is it still a tiring Friday or it's full of energy?
No. I think by this hour, the energy has come back.
Thank you so much. With the rains, it's not easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. Lots of persons who wish to be under the, the blanket.
The blanket, right?
But not this world of today.
No.
You lie under the blanket. I tell you what, you eat that blanket. Anyway, right through, Mariko. Happy Friday.
Thank you very much, Miss B. A better one for you.
Thank you.
And a fresh one for you, Cynthia B.
Thank you.
And to all the viewers out there, I know it's fresh as well.
Good.
Especially for those who are in the West and in Bafoussam particularly, they should be having it really fresh. So if you're leaving the house right now, don't forget to pick up your pullovers.
Thank you so
much. Just like
Ms.
B said. And if you're to come to the West, maybe for your first time, or you have a funeral ceremony or a wedding, I don't know anything that is bringing you from this to this end, please get something.
Maybe you're coming to look for, your missing rib.
Exactly, Miss B. Well, there will be a blanket. That will be a natural blanket.
Okay.
Because the natural blanket is that missing rib that you're coming for. If you've already found one.
Thank you. Because that's why I exclaimed.
Exactly.
So if you've already found one.
If you've not yet found one, we'll just wish them good luck.
Maybe I'll leave this when Binda comes live. We want to greet all the married, people out there. This time around, ideas, you understand, side chicks, how they call side guys also. Is this side guys, the opposite of side guys? Okay, sugar daddies. We'll increase this
season. I think Joe used to call them sugar boys. I don't know. He used to have...
Okay, very cool, right through.
Yes, Miss B. And on that note, I want to just say hi once again to all those who equally are sick.
Thank you.
Yes, because in as much as the weather is fresh, some people are suffering. Right now, in their hospital rooms, it's not easy. For some who are on oxygen especially, it's not easy. It's when, Miss B, you fall sick onto your own oxygen that you understand how important it was when you had your normal breath. That's the breath that you were just like we are seated now right now.
To
me, what we are living right now is grace. The fact that we don't have an assisted respiration system around us. We have it naturally. So for those who are really having it assisted in this context, I want to wish them well, courage especially, and to those who are taking care of them, because generally we take care of patients and sometimes they forget those who are taking care of the patients, and at the end of the day they break down.
Good.
So courage to all those who are equally taking care of patients, and to all those who are tuned as well in hospitals. Miss B, I'm thinking particularly of them, because in the emergency unit it's a whole different world.
Good.
It's not like the normal day-to-day that you just get into hospital and they say they are taking your parameters, your temperature and all of that. Emergency unit is like the military part of a hospital, because their movements are always up and down, and sometimes if you stand there just 5 minutes, Miss B, I once had the opportunity and honestly, I gave another touch to life again. Because when you stand there, just be expecting Christ at any time. Be expecting bloodshed at any time. That's not someone shooting someone, but they are bringing someone who has been wounded seriously somewhere, or someone who is at the verge of dying. So it's always emergency, it's urgent, everyone is rushing. It's rush hour in that end, and courage to all of you who are working from that end. That's it, Miss.
Thank you so much, Mariko. Beautiful introduction there, ladies and gentlemen. That reminds me of the old man who was hospitalized and had difficulties in breathing, and they had to put him on oxygen, ladies and gentlemen. So when they put him on oxygen, you know what happened? Let me write from my story from the end. And when it was above, 3 minutes, no, 3 minutes is even too much, 2 minutes, he asked, how much is it? And the amount of, money they gave him, he repented on the spot. He understood God in creation for granting oxygen, free for everybody. And just imagine we had to pay for the air we breathe just for 1 minute. I'll give you an example, Mariko, because you started this. How much do you pay for electricity? Per unit, if I may say. How much do you pay for water? Per unit, if I may say. And okay, let's look for something that is natural that God created. Given the air, it's left for some persons to even personalize air and start selling them. You understand? And so it's very expensive.
I'm not kidding you. One of my pastors, I remember, he said, if God decided to give every one of us a meter,
good,
that meter was going to count the number of units as per our talk. That's the way we talk. Then many of us will go mumu because we don't want to talk again, given that the more we talk, the more the meter spins.
Good.
So the units go high, and the money at the end of the day is so much for us to pay. So in other words, he was saying that God is really bountiful in everything he gives us from his grace.
Now we understand why he did. One of the things that he could not allow human beings to have control over is air. I tell you what, millions would have died as a result of the selfishness of others who may want to gather the air, the oxygen for themselves and give you carbon dioxide. You understand? Anyway, thank you so much, Mariko. That's an indication that we acknowledge God in everything. He remains God, especially for the air we breathe. Nobody gives it to another. It takes God. And so there are some things that we must not be proud of in life, even because just think of the oxygen. If God were to be proud of oxygen, nobody will be alive, if I may say. You hear that emphasis, nobody will be alive. You understand? Okay, thank you, Mariko. I'll go over to you, Binda, to say hi to you before we start the program in full this afternoon. Binda? Happy Friday
to you, Miss B.
Thank
happy
you.
Friday.
Thank you.
Mariko, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A blissful Friday and a nice start of weekend.
Good.
And the same for all our televiewers. There's so many of you that are watching us this afternoon. I hope you're preparing so hard for your weekend. We are almost into it. Some people are already gone. 3 o'clock or 3:30, some people close from work already and they go back home. That is the start of their weekend. Some others close later on. So happy weekend to all of you. I would like to talk on something else, Miss B. If you will, of course, permit me. I like to talk about wedding gifts. Tomorrow, or let me say today and tomorrow, it generally starts on Friday. People are going to give wedding gifts. I don't even know if there's any criteria that brings about the gifts that people bring to people. But I know that most often what I see are pots. I see pots, I see plates, and I see glasses. Yes, I see most of those three things.
So you're not seeing TV?
No, I'm not seeing TV. I've seen a gas cooker. I've seen a cooker.
We've seen, baby cots. We've seen was that birth set and
birth.
so on. Birth set.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen baby cots and so on. But I think there's something extra you want to bring in, Binta.
Yes. The one that I saw in one. The first time that I saw one particular in a wedding was when a girl was giving this the basin to bathe. That was the first time I was seeing it.
That's what we see.
It's normal. The other one was when she was giving babies.
Good.
Yes, giving babies. That means they take babies in church and they come and give you all the babies. as a gift.
They are just telling you that be productive.
Yeah, be productive. But you're not going with people's children. It's just to give you. And the one thing I just saw online now is it's a goosey that was cracked and put in a container.
And what kind of container? But this is love, man. This person cultivated this egusi and took time to dry it, wash dry, took time to crack, you understand?
Two of the containers. You know this 10-liter container that they carry water? Two of them.
That's love, man.
And I was like...
That what makes us, Africans.
All that time.
The West region.
If somebody doesn't like you, I don't think somebody can give you that type of...
It's a gift. I will, that would be one of my lovely, first lovely meals to offer to my husband.
Oh, that's
Girls,
nice.
if you receive a goosey, make sure you soup that egusi well.
Exactly, miss.
No, I prefer you do egusi pudding with it. What do you think?
Yes, egusi pudding.
It's cherished. You understand?
Very much cherished with enough meat and
maybe,
fish.
maybe daddy come to think of it, girl. Why are you so surprised about that gift?
That egusi that
Marika, maybe asking because I'm suspecting right now, ladies, that you've been maybe thinking that this giver is selfish. Doesn't want to spend and maybe had a goosey in chunks in the house and just say
it's very expensive. That's much money and then that's so much work. I can imagine myself.
But the person can still buy. It's not necessarily coming from his or her farm.
Miss B, how much you buy up to what quantity?
My dear, it's the same like the 4 plates you buy, the 6 plates you buy,
the intention behind that matters.
A big pot macon cut. Is that how they call it or what? How much?
Yes, you go and buy
it's
even
equivalent
10,000.
to half bucket egusi.
You just can buy a big pot. Half pocket will enter one container. Won't enter two.
The problem here is that container where the egusi is passed because it's still expensive. It's a gift. Anyway, maybe a gift remains a gift. But we don't care the nature of the gift and whoever is offering the gift. What matters is the condition with which you're giving the gift. Is it coming from the heart of your heart? And are you giving it with all your heart? Because don't give and behind you are wishing the person bad. That gift has no use. So what matters is the condition. The
condition of the gift.
Yeah.
I also learned one thing, that there are some gifts that the couple don't use.
Such as?
Bed sheet.
Why? Mariko. No, but I trust Africans. So
yes,
I found
in Africa.
Okay. But I see people giving.
There's a gift, but the couple don't use.
Why?
They used to say that they sleep on it. People who go and they do fetish. Yes. So
please bring all the bedspread to me. No, my dear. Let's make it simple. Please bring it all to
somebody
me.
That is away.
No,
that's where
even if you are my far neighbor, bring it to me. I'll receive. Okay. Even you are my closest neighbor, if you are my enemy, bring the gift. I'll take. You know why? I'm taking it with one heart. And because I'm taking it with one heart, I know that when you incarnate, I said, bring it to me. No, sometimes we run away from. No, she's correct.
It's very correct.
She's correct.
Why? Because there are sometimes that when we receive our gifts or gifts at the end of the wedding, they always advise that the couple should pray.
Yes.
Thank you. Now you are talking.
Yes. Good. So we are in Africa, like you rightly said. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Good.
So even that bed sheet can really be the answer to many wrong prayers that people have been praying here.
Good.
Yes, so
Good.
we need to break the odds and scatter everything around.
So if you're watching us right now, if you're taking best spread, you're afraid to use bring.
Miss B, so you are collecting the ones
bring.
that
Sometimes you don't run away from such things. That's when they catch you more. Face them and teach them that if somebody says I'm a soothsayer, tell them I serve the soothsayer of all soothsayers. Yeah, of course. The creator of even the soothsayers were created by him. Now you understand why you have bosses and you have subordinates, and some subordinates want to outsmart boss and be the boss of the company or go create theirs. That's to tell you that even the soothsayers were created by someone greater than what we even think. Please bring the best spread, Osha. If you're watching us right now, you've received wedding gifts. It is very important you pray for your gift. I tell you, wedding gifts, it is very important you pray for your gift. I tell you what, whether you go church winning or not, prayer God is the Bible says, "Ask and you shall." You know, am I correct or I'm wrong?
Exactly.
Isn't it not Matthew 7? You just go ahead. Whoever calls on God with a pure
Seek and
heart,
you'll
He
find.
hears and He
Knock on the door.
answers. You understand? We're not going church winning this afternoon. You understand? Let's just hold the introductory phase this afternoon. But again, thank you, Mariko. Thank you, Binda. Well, you know, whenever we come like this, we try to turn around possible angles to say hi to you all while you keep yourselves comfortable before we start the program in full. Okay, we're waiting to, you know, take reactions today because we concluding on the question of the day today. But before we do that, it's Friday. Happy birthday to all those who may be celebrating their birthdays this weekend. And once more, we want to say happy birthday to the Mbut people. And of course to you, Juris. And of course to you, lots of, you know, persons were good, junior, and so on. Born in the course of this week that is folding off and so on. Of course, it's a pleasure for us to celebrate you all from this end. Meantime, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Derek Sakem, watching us through the social media page. Thank you equally. There's someone I want to acknowledge before Mariko takes us an innovative idea this afternoon as far as Galix is concerned. Someone live, I think I'll pick that out and then come back to it because I lost it. But I want to believe I'll come back to it. Just keep connected, ladies and gentlemen. Numbers are in front of your screen. We're asking this afternoon, promising the girl marriage. Is it a guarantee for her to put all her in one basket, all her eggs? But why do they always use eggs? Why not mangoes? All her mangoes in one, all her purpose. Yes, Mariko innovative ideas as far as, you know, Galix is concerned. You know, this is always my best moment when we go innovational because there are lots of things we learn. So please pick something good. You know, I want to appreciate these women who sell Galix, who deal with Galix in the market. How innovational have they gone? I tell you what, they now peel the Galix even for those who don't have time, for students even in particular. You understand? And I remember one day you mentioned, Binta, they go as much as, you know, or as far as, you know, producing ground garlics as well, and you parcel them and sell, and that's what we're saying. Just stay there, you know. I don't want to call a particular chance of person. You're just, you know, what's that? Arranging your toast even on top of the garlic. You understand? And you're selling at the same time instead of going innovational. So, Mariko, you tell us more apart from, you know, peeling and selling, producing the ground garlic. I think there are lots of other aspects we can make more money.
You're right, Miss B. Good afternoon once again.
Thank you
for giving me the floor once more. We're going to be talking about the innovative approach of garlic, like you rightly put it there. And this afternoon, I want to bring out the genetical aspect of it first, which is very important for us all as humans. So the first thing, I think medical personnel and especially dietitians would be very, very interested in this aspect, because they always prescribe it amongst the meals that everyone has to consume, especially those who want to lose weight. So in terms of innovative ideas, with garlic, you can lose weight.
Good.
Yes, you can lose weight. Ask me how it goes. You can simply just chew. I know it's difficult, right?
It's damn hot.
Yes, it's very difficult. So you can grind it, and then you put it inside warm water. That will be better, so that it's not hot like Miss B was complaining. You drink. That's the first one that I have for you this afternoon.
Good.
Second one about innovative approaches with garlic is that in our beauty it works as well. Those who have problems with their faces, ladies, take note.
My dear, this thing
we are
is
so
hot.
many of us always complaining.
Put it on the face.
Yes,
Huh?
we do.
You know, I'm imagining the hotness right now.
Yes, I know. I know, Miss B, but it's a sacrifice.
And how do we know? Maybe you tell us how to use that, because don't just carry that stuff and, you know, please, before you know, your eyes are this swollen, and before we know it, people start accusing you
Absolutely.
of, you know,
No,
you
you
coming out in the night
No,
or nothing.
we don't put any
Why is
oil
it
through.
garlic?
We we wouldn't put anyone through any trouble. We'll just ask everyone that wants to make their face look shiny or bright to mix it. That's the
The
ideal.
liquid or the ground
You
garlic?
grind the garlic. That you take the garlic.
Good.
What you're seeing there on the screen. After peeling, you grind as if you wanted to use it for your meals.
Good.
Now, after that, you take a bit of, if you have honey at home, you take a bit of honey.
Good.
You mix with it, and then you use it like your face paste, and you put it on your face. In that light, it's not going to be too hot.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That's the role of garlics, Mariko. Honey, sorry. That's the role of honey, right? Now understand, please, I want you to repeat that because I can testify that when you want to chew this thing, you mix with, honey, it kills the hotness. So mixing with honey before you apply on your face, very important.
Exactly, Miss B. It's very important because I was still coming to that aspect of consumption for whatever problems we have in terms of respiratory issues. But for the face, like you rightly put, it's very harsh. Honestly, just imagine you who's been asked. I remember when I was still very young, and my mom would usually tell me my own role was to clean garlics. Okay, so while I'm cleaning the garlic, I'll complain from garlic 1 to garlic 10 because my fingers are hurting. And you can imagine, Miss B, it enters in your nails. By the time it gives you a wound inside your nail, I don't know if anyone is feeling me this afternoon. If you've ever had a wound coming from the fact that you have to clean much garlic.
Is it that you use the fingernails or knives? You used to use
your nails. Generally, at that age, you always use your
nails.
Yes, because you don't yet have that common sense to be quick to say, okay, I can use a knife to say maybe cut they have that part that is so hard to handle. So you can go that way, like you rightly put it there, Miss B. Sometimes if it's too hard, you can just wet it a bit. Wet it a bit.
Very important.
Yes, you wet it a bit so that the peelings can fall off really easily on its own. Now, apart from that, like you were putting it over there about the face, your facials, do your facials. You have events. We are on Saturday. We are already on Friday. Maybe you have an event tomorrow, and you're not too sure of your face. You're not too confident about the kind of face you're going to be putting up in the feast because everyone will be on their chant, like we always say in French. But you will land there and you'll be feeling complex in your mind. Meanwhile, nobody's really seeing any problem with you. So all it begins with you. Do your facials this evening as we speak. Just note this one. Take it. You join it to your little, just small honey. Small honey and small garlic. You mix well, then you place on your face. All around your face.
Good.
Right. But close your eyes because Miss B said, it could hurt your eyes. So close your eyes. Don't make any liquid to get into your eyes. Leave it to be there for say 10 minutes and after that rinse. Some women would put it and go around town. They would walk around and even greet friends in the quarter because they want it to. I don't know. Sometimes Miss B, I don't know if it's because they have so much to do or it's just laziness to respect the procedure because sometimes the procedure is 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
You want it to work fast.
Okay, you want it to work fast. All right, that's another alternative. Another innovative idea Miss B on garlic is that if you have issues with your voice, like we were into this, yes, or we were into this
and
thing,
so anything microphone.
Anything that has to do with your voice. In fact, Miss B, everybody has their capital. Some people's capital and interest is money. Others' capital and interest is shoes. But our own capital and interest in this domain is our voice. So if it is touched, you're touched. Everything is touched about you. So you can chew this with honey again. Honey coming back again. Why? Because honey is coming to neutralize the hotness.
Good.
Yes, so you will not cry too much like Miss B was complaining. It's really hurting on the tongue. That's another one. Then another one, Miss B.
The dance how they call cha-cha. No, I needed the one from Mock. With your toes.
Another innovative idea about garlics is that, Miss B, you can transform it into paste.
Good.
Yes, you just grind it and keep it wet in the fridge like I said yesterday. And there you just serve from a very firm and tight container. You just serve to cook your meals with. Or another method, you can have dry garlics. On the market, it's possible for you to find dry garlics, but it's really scarce, especially
And
during the
expensive,
season,
I
and
guess.
very expensive.
Good.
Miss B, you can say that again, because for you to get to that procedure, it takes a long time. A
It's
long
first of
time.
all water before it gets dry, even.
Exactly. Then you have it in a powdered form. So when you get into some supermarkets, you ask for dry garlics, Miss B, you have it packeted. But the problem with this is that most of the time some come from out. So some of it are exported, and it no longer has that our natural flavor. So with us here, we can do ours locally made. It can inspire someone who is watching us this afternoon, who is into this business, who wants to maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not working out at a local level. They can decide to transform it and put it on an international scope.
My dear,
with
before
time.
you continue, there's a problem. You're just coming back to our context.
Okay.
This is our own context where you are a seller of garlic.
Okay.
You sit on your mat or your plastic paper, that big one with your garlic. You're busy, arranging your toes on top of, behind the plastic paper. Garlic is in front. Another person will use that time to be peeling. We use that time with another machine by the side to be producing the liquid from garlic or ground garlic. But we will instead use that time to be waiting for sang or senkan to sell the garlic. And then that time that you are using to arrange your, because I've seen persons selling garlic, they are sitting on the mat and they are arranging their toes on that position where they are. Whereas that's time that you can use to go innovational. I think it's very important to enlighten somebody this afternoon to think big.
Absolutely. Miss B, we learn every day too.
Good.
Some of them might be doing that because they are not yet aware of this
Good.
kind of transformations. Because sometimes if you look at our garlics, Miss B, what you buy on a daily, generally, if you take, say, a packet of about 200 francs, inside this packet, there must always be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sometimes that are completely dried.
That's it.
And what do you do about it? You throw it away.
We throw.
Meanwhile, it can be recycled. It can be recycled, like I was explaining, that you make it to become the powdered version. And now you package and you give it a name. Put it under your own name.
And this powder
And you
version
become
can be
the
done
author.
sweet for traditional meals. I'm
Exactly.
already imagining.
Exactly, Miss B. And the last but not the least, if I didn't say this one, I'm sure someone would be like, how could she not say that? There is another way that you can equally innovate with garlic, is that during your meals, for example, veggies, when you're doing vegetables at home, and you happen to have someone who is diabetic with you, and you don't have any problem with your own health, but they have a problem.
Good.
How do you go about this? You just, at the end, after you've fried your veggies, that's your huckleberry, or I don't know, anything, even if it's long, whatever it is that you've decided to do for that day, at the end, towards the end, that is when you've already finished putting seasoning with all your spices, you can now chop the garlics. You chop it a big quantity. It could be a handful, and you pour it on your food, and then you let it just simmer for a while so that the garlic is not too raw.
Good.
Yes, in your mouth. And I bet you, Miss B, that person who has been suffering will tell you something. Just try this. I'm talking from experience.
Good.
And you can imagine how helpful it is in their organism, because it purifies them, it cleans them, and it cleanses them in every sense of it that you can imagine. So, Miss B, and there's another one that is very intimate. I don't know if I will be permitted to do that on this set, about garlic for we ladies. It's very important for us. If you have any problems in that very, very, very special zone, you can always just send it in there and it would cleanse everything. All right.
I prefer
I'm gone,
to
Miss B.
pause right now.
I'm done, Miss B.
Because this is
No,
really.
by the time you're pausing, I'm done.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Mariko. But again, for those who are, having viral problems, if I may say, viral diseases, viral problems, bacterial infection with your private, you understand, if I must say. Yeah, I think that's the essence. But I think I would like it to be recommended more by medical experts, because you risk, falling into a problem if you don't handle the usage of garlics with viral infection very well. But thank you, Mariko, for making mention of that. You want to know more, numbers are in front of your screen. We always say that. And one last aspect, Mariko, before we go out of that, because this, whenever it's innovative ideas, we always take time, ladies and gentlemen, because we got lots and lots of aspect to inform, educate one another from this end. It's about those who are having toothache and the liquid. I want to believe we can squeeze the liquid and then we use it to brush up. Is it possible?
Miss B, honestly,
Bacteria infection and so on. Bacteria infection.
Yes, Miss B, why not? If it can work for the
viral infections and so on.
Why not?
Okay, so if you're having toothache, see how you can produce liquid, because if we say you take the paste and put there, it can go as well. You place the paste there, but I think brushing also with the liquid of garlic is excellent. Thank you so much, Mariko.
Awesome.
The flavor when you brush.
No, not brushing.
You kind know when you chew this stuff.
Meals.
No, talking about that, I'm one of those who consume garlic almost in every meal. Understand? It has an excellent finesse to add in a meal. Yeah, it's a beauty, especially in jollof rice. Go try it. Binda, why did you just carry your head up like that? The kitchen was touched right now. When we talked about garlics in jollof, especially that rice that I'm talking about.
Maybe the moderate
rice.
Not so much, a little bit of it, because it's going to smell a lot.
No, it depends. No. Oh, I wish Abdelaziz was here to testify about one rice we ate.
Okay.
That special rice, and there was garlic. It was excellent. Yeah. And
Yeah,
what
I
made
had a
it
lot of
excellent
garlic.
was garlic. No, it depends. So please don't just carry the garlic, and put it at the end of the meal. And you think that you're done. Okay, thank you so much, Mariko. You've really elaborated as far as going innovation in terms of garlic sales and cultivation, preservation, and of course, innovative ideas are concerned. That's how we wrap the week from the business corner. From this end, ladies and gentlemen, meantime, thank you, JC Akat, for watching us live through the social media page. That's the person I was looking for. Thank you so much, Madam JC Akat in the Southwest region, Chieftain Boya. And of course, lots of others. Greetings to you, Councillor Mike J. Thanks for this wonderful reaction. We'll take them soonest. Binda, did you just say you forgot the promise of yesterday? It had to do with the same meal, the yellow soup and okra and corn fufu. It's somehow
Fortunately, I
horrible
changed
again.
horrible. For you, it's horrible. For
those
people,
who don't know,
it's excellent.
Good.
There are people who love that so much. When they eat it, the way they lick their fingers, you want
No,
to
I
taste.
believe once any other person can eat, every other person can eat.
Not every other person.
Yeah, it's an indication that if it's not killing others, you can as well eat, even though the eating now may not be you loving it like
Just
the
eat.
others. Good.
Okay, Miss B, if you say so. Well, we promised to bring something yesterday, but I forgot. Oh, I forgot completely, and had to change the meal this afternoon. We did yellow soup yesterday with okra.
Good.
A meal that is loved in the West region here, that they do actual yellow soup and they add okra to eat with corn fufu. It's mostly dry fish that is used for it. It is excellent for those who have tasted it. But this afternoon, that is something else we're going to do this afternoon that you can eat with corn fufu too. I call that nkelenkele. That's how they call it in the littoral region. Kelenkele.
Really?
It's feuille de gombo. It's called that way because it's slippery. It's not the okra leaves that you got.
It's almost like arrow when it's sliced.
Yes,
it's
I
slippery.
think. Yeah, we have an image there of visual of the leaf itself, the tree that has the kelenkele, that you can possibly show us so that we know exactly. This the kelenkele, and this is what we have of the soup.
That fufu is damn something.
This is the kelenkele. This is the leaves.
I recall you know that.
Yes, Miss B.
Good.
I made
Me
out
too.
of
Yeah.
It's only until I saw it this way that
Really? I ate it when I was much younger.
These are the leaves. When I was very small, I hated this meal so much. Yes, but by then the leaf it grew everywhere, and our parents loved to cook it so much. Hi, every
But it
day.
used to pain my heart. Because when it's not well cooked, I tell you what, so please cook it well.
Even if it's well cooked, when it becomes all the time, it's no longer the same thing. What do you do when you get these leaves? If it's dry, then you just have to put in water to soak to bring it back to be fresh. But when you get it fresh this way, you remove it, the way you remove vegetables, then you chop it, you wash and you set aside. When you want to cook, you put if you want to do the frying method, you put the fish, you fry your fish, then before you add the tomato is not used for this thing.
Oh.
Yes, you put onion, you put fish, just some spices that are
No,
used.
egusi.
Before you can use egusi too.
Okay, because the taste of this.
You can use egusi, but this one, Miss B, will do it just that way. That you put your fish, you put maybe your fish that you're using, the onions, before you add this that you have chopped and you've washed. I know some people opt to grind before they do. No, if you grind, it's not gonna be the same thing. And some people cook and it's not slippery any longer. It's no longer the same thing.
Why?
I don't know why. Well, everybody has method.
Maybe from the beginning, even before the water was started boiling, you've already put the stuff.
Maybe
it just cooked and overcooked.
It's not something that cooks for so long. And remember, it's slippery. You can use egusi. That means when you put your fish and your onions, then you put your egusi to cook well, then you add this thing, then you just make the soup to be slippery before you eat it, before you can possibly eat it. It's something that I love by so many people. If you look, you not see any Maggi, but pepper is needed there, because if you eat it without pepper, in fact, for those who don't eat pepper, they can eat it that way, but for those who consume pepper, it's better to eat with pepper, else you might likely throw out. And you don't use too much of oil, just a little quantity of oil is used for this. This meal. If you look at that plate there, Miss B, you will barely notice that any oil has been added into it.
It's just mild.
Yes, because of the little quantity of oil. So when you chop, you just add together, add Maggi and salt, and then the meal is good to go. It's a very simple meal to do. That's why so many people love cooking it, because the tree too is found everywhere, and since it's found everywhere, everybody wants to eat. But today, you see, I don't know if I can see eat this thing.
No, if it's well made, in fact, if it's well made,
I ate it too much when I was small. Now I've grown up.
That's the problem. I understand. Mariko understand being that this afternoon, because I'm a victim of some. I ate a lot of fish and meat. Even the animals in the forest too much, you understand, my father. So now like this, you give me, I think you must have noticed that I'm not a lover of too much meat and fish. So sometimes we suffer the effects of, I understand you've been there, and so on. You can, when you overconsume something, by the time, now I understand why lots of persons don't like consuming rice.
Yes,
and
because
that's
they
the only
eat too much when they were small.
But that's one of the things that
I'm telling you.
But
you do everything. In fact, it's like you practically bathe with rice.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
On a daily.
And doesn't mean that
if
I
it's
have a
not
problem.
rice, it's how they call it, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
Gary.
spaghetti, it's Gary.
We used to go to school with glass of Gary.
It just brought me back into something. I've been eating this rice from childhood till the rice is too. I don't know why. Why is it? Maybe mine will start from when I start tying, I open my legs and tie. This for about the age of 60 and above. Maybe that's when I too run away from rice. No, but I don't want to run away from rice.
Miss, some grandmothers don't like.
Check on the ancestors. Let them tell you.
Maybe this rice, because for meat and fish, it's no more going, but rice from childhood. Anyway, but that's an indication that people just have their taste. Let me put it that way. Everybody has a taste, and if you know your taste, go for it, please. Feed your body with what your body wants. Thank you so much, Binda, for bringing us or taking us down memory lane again. It's been a while. I don't even remember when I lastly tasted this stuff. And so it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful journey down memory lane, you understand, to go back and rethink on this vegetable. Yeah, it's loved by so many grannies. I don't know why. I'm sure your granny too is dying for it.
My grandmother is a very complex woman.
She does not.
Now what she does is she selects a lot.
No, it's the period.
Whenever I give, say no.
No, it's the period. She's not the only person. I know another granny like that. In fact,
they complain about everything, every meal that they cook.
It's the period. Okay, thank you so much, Sontia Binda, for writing through. Understand the kitchen corner for this week has been a wonderful one there from your earn. We appreciate you and appreciate Mariko for business. And of course, Miss B, Lady B for the health. It's all about the program in the heart of the city. We want to say thank you, Counselor Mike Che, for this write up all the way from Kankap in Bafosam. He says only those who do not know God's plan for their lives would do that. We have seen marriages collapse even on the altar. Very important. Thank you so much. Promising a girl marriage, is it a guarantee for her to put all her, I don't want to use this all her
Hope.
pineapples. Why do they always purpose pineapples, mangoes in one basket? Of course, greetings to you, Pastor Fojo. Is it Fojo? Fojo Felix. I think that's the name.
Fejo, yes.
Fejo in Bamentu in Chang. Even if you're not there today or you're there, you're watching, we don't mind saying hi to you because you are a fervent lover of programs on NG television and of course the program The Heart of the City, and lots of you all. We can start citing the names right now. Okay, let's take possible reactions before we go to the health page. Throughout the week we've not taken, we said we were coming today because we had a lot to talk about. Let's try open the social media and see what we have there. All right, we have the first one coming in from you, Catherine Destiny. That's the Middle East, Cyprus to be more precise. She says, Miss B, with these our generation today nap because it takes only God's grace to fulfill that promise. I like that. It takes God. I think I'm in love with you. Right up, Catherine Destiny. Thank you so much, girl. Truly, I can promise I may feel as well. It's not like some particular persons or no, even I can promise and feel. Yeah. But again, it takes God. So I think I want to say most often when we're making promises, let's make it and put God to be the backup of this promise. And then one word there, just because of your write-up, Catherine Destiny, to our televiewers, do not make promises when you're so excited, when you're very happy. If you know you are so happy today or tomorrow you'll be so, or yesterday, please, that moment where you're so happy, do not make promises. That's a wise word from the Englishman. And when you're so angry, do not take decisions because the decisions will end up being catastrophic and the promises may end up not being fulfilled when we're so happy because we were just saying it. Now you understand why the king had to ask this daughter to demand anything, and she had to ask for the head of John the Baptist. And because you understand, so that's it there. We have you back, kindness, all the way from Yaoundé. She says, it is not just because it's a wish. That doesn't mean it's okay. Thank you so much, Mba Kindness, all the way from Yaoundé. We greet the population of Yaoundé. We have you, Councillor Claus Ayemi Store, all the way from Dubai. That's the United Arab Emirates. He says, yes, she needs to be smart enough to know if it's a fake promise or real before putting all her mangoes, that's all her eggs, you understand, in one basket. She needs to carry out findings and read within the lines of the relationship. I like that. Read within the lines of the relationship to see the silver lining, no matter how dark the clouds may be. Wise word there. To be ignorant of one's ignorance is the malady of the excuse me, Sha, please don't scatter my brain right now. To be ignorant of one's ignorance is the malady of the ignorant. Be wise. Be wise, we ladies. Miss B is included. We ladies. Thank you, Councillor Mike J. Ada Juan, greetings to you all the way from Dubai, equally United Arab Emirates. Thank you so much, Dubai. Highly represented this afternoon on the program. Greetings, beautiful ladies. Okay, how have you been? Thank you. We're doing fine. My answer is no. Thank you so much. So don't put all your mangoes in one basket, ladies. Kati Ekwa FOC in Yaoundé, heart of the nation. She says okay, let me leave this part. She's acknowledging us here in the studios of NG Television. You all look amazing. Thank you. And she says, no, it's not a good idea. Thank you so much, Ekwa Catherine FOC. Elilagbamu to you, beautiful girl. Gustav Praise, man of God, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. He says, more grace to you all. Thank you so much, Apostle. We have our own very miracle who is always there to give it the way it had to be. She stands with her point until a ring is put on it. Then we know we got the man and he too got us. I rest my case. You know, I add my pen on top of that paper to rest this case. Let this case rest in perfect peace. No need to put all your eggs in one basket. Oh, Dr. David Akancho Bekoncho, when you hear this name, you wear a beautiful smile, Mariko. Whenever you hear this name, wear a beautiful smile because it's coming from Lewo.
Oh, yes. I'm meeting my own fellow brother.
Afamuka. You know,
Miss B, you're not able to speak. Your husband is able to speak.
Cultural diversity. I just said Elila Bamu to Ekwa Catherine FOC.
Right. That's better.
So I can back up myself right now.
Right,
and nobody not suspect me that, Doc, you've been teaching me this behind. Mariko is already thinking that I'm from Mark. That's indirectly. Okay, Kangindia. I was just greeting him there. Okay, he says, this is the Android generation. Oh, that is not possible, and it's only by God's grace and blessing that it will happen. The promise will be fulfilled. Thank you so much, Doc, all the way from Dubai. Pastor Blessonango Leblanche, as he is fondly called. He says, no. Thank you so much, Apostle. Ngombaje, that's Mulangombaje from the Southwest Region, Chieftown, Boya. He says, it's not possible. We have you at Islam. Go live it like this. I do not know. It will not be fair. Let me take at least everybody. Atinkum Zipora says, seriously, it's not a good idea. That's Boya, Southwest Region. Tongwa Elin Zion. That's when you hear Tongwa, wear a beautiful smile, Mariko. It's not your fault.
Just be smiling.
Lewa. Okay, Tongwa Elin Zion. Okay, very intelligent girl. Beauty and brain. She says, no guarantee. Many have promised and failed. Thank you so much. All the way from Yaoundé. And of course, Dumas Kanze in Tiko counteracts or debunks the fact that you put all your mangoes in one basket. Anyway, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to believe this question will come up again and we will actually go deep into taking everybody. Greetings to you, Chi Cynthia, watching us in my fall limbe, to you Enyowe and Papa Teams, the Bassa Prince. And of course, all those who made the program the very best this week, thank you so much. We appreciate you all. And God willing, we'll still be together again next week from the Zen. Of course, Binda will be riding through the ship from the Zenda. In the heart of the city, a few more minutes to leave the studios of NG Television. Now you understand why I said today we'll take all your reactions so that we treat them the way they came in. So from the reactions, I want to believe Mariko was correct. Binda was correct. We're here to make amends. We're here to correct some errors in the society and make the best out of it. So please, if you've been part and parcel of the program throughout this week, make sure you do the right thing. Don't fall a victim. Be the victor. There are guys whose mouths even are always ready to talk, and especially when you know it's already scattered upstairs, they just dish it out. And if you're not smart, like Counselor Klaus said, they're reading between the lines of the relationship and read the lips of the guy talking, you won't be able to detect. But again, it takes God. And so please, I remember the girls said, don't just hang on that promise. Be wise, be smart, make the game work. And sometimes even we take on these promises, you know, we were talking about possible angles to write through this program from this week or this week. There was also the aspect of the promise, and before you know it, you're pregnant for the first child. You all have the second child, you all have the third child, and tomorrow there's a breakup. No, reading between the lines of the relationship. I think that was another angle we had to handle, being there. But I think we left it because there was no time bit. From what the girls have said and the voice of the majority, which is the voice of solution, make the best out of it. Thank you once more. Let's take on menstrual cramps. That's the health, and it's all about home remedies. And so yesterday we talked on good. We have just 4 minutes to be together. We talked on the fact that as a lady, when you're suffering from menstrual cramps, I don't know if men do suffer from menstrual cramps as well. I read somewhere a man was saying that women, yeah, ought to cry too much. If I tell you us, so maybe. So we were saying, please, you will need to watch on your eating habit. Don't just eat in the anyhow. Permit me use that. Watch your eating habits. Cut down the consumption of so much sugar, sugary things, if I may say, harsh genes. Those who love bottle, please, at this point in time, let bottle lie low. After that, you can go kill yourself, you understand? And you will need warm bath. We talked about that. Your bath water, drink just warm water. Bathing should be warm, especially if you're living in a cold area. We talked about that. We just come in to, cut the T's and dot the I's as far as, home remedies are concerned. So please go for warm bath, warm water. No heavy work, no heavy work. In fact, don't stress yourself and don't pick up a fight with your partner at this point in time. Please, you risk losing your life. We talked on the fact that you taking warm water is to relax the linings of your stomach, on the walls of your stomach, especially the lower abdomen, so that at that point in time there will be muscle contraction, if I may say, so that you understand your flow is so easy and the pain will not be there. There's no need you should suffer from menstrual cramps when you do all this, you understand? So sometimes it's because we overstrain the linings of the stomach and so on, the walls of, I don't want to, I'm choosing my words, the walls of, your lower abdomen, anyway, the walls of, your menstrual flow, if I must say. And sometimes when the walls are hard, they need to be broken so that there is the passage. And when the broken does not take place because you've consumed calcium carbonate, that's when we have a problem. So no calcium carbonate at this point in time. And when we talk about calcium carbonate, it's what we call in our local parlance calabar chalk. The girls can testify. Menstrual cramps, no calcium carbonate, don't eat it. And also, please, we said for those women, girls, ladies who are married, your partner should be of help at this point in time by massaging your lower abdomen. Please don't massage as if you are doing pounded fufu. No, that's why we recommend your spouses. Because sometimes if you want to call for side, how they call them, side daddies, if that's how they call side daddies. They don't even care for the ass in the house. Is it you that they'll care for? Just carry that hard hand like our world champion and do the massaging. Before you know it, they'll rush to you. You understand? They'll rush you to the hospital. So please watch out. And we said choose your fruits. If you know you are allergic to the citrus family, anything, lemon, limes, and so on, you will need not to go for it. And ginger tea, very important in this moment, ladies and gentlemen. I want to believe Miss B has actually tried for some of the girls out there. If there is any lapse, you understand, loopholes, I started the program by saying, never mind, the very best. It's in the air, so please just bear with us. Take the lapses, write to us, Miss B. You mess up here. Girls, you mess up. Of course, we're here for one another. And what makes the world the best of, a place to dwell in is when you criticize me and I criticize you, we bring it together, we judge it and make the best out of it. Now you understand what the Bible says, judgment begins in the household of the Lord. Maricole, thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss B.
Beautiful weekend. I'm wishing you from the heart of my heart this day. And to
so much.
The entire family.
Thank you so much. I receive it as
Thank
well
you.
from this end. And a wonderful one for you.
Thank you.
A very, very splendid one. Hoping to meet you on Monday, stronger and kicking than ever. A better one for you, Cynthia
Thank you
B.
very
Fresh,
much.
as I said
Thanks.
before. And we meet as well Monday, smiling.
Good. And Binda, of course, I wish you same from the heart of my heart and to the entire Binda's family, especially to your Roy, Granny, Mommy, and of course, Vanessa Binda. Vanessa Binda, I've not heard from you for a while now. You know she's always there to poke.
You wouldn't hear from her.
Why?
She's on internship.
Oh, I see, girl. All the best from this end. You do not hesitate to come poking when it comes to programs on NG Television. All the best from this end, Binda.
Thank you, Miss B. A wonderful one for you. a wonderful weekend for you too, Maricol, and
Thank
to
you.
all our televiewers. And congratulations to all those who are going to say yes. Just know marriage is a journey.
Of course, all the best. Please make it work here. Don't allow third parties to come make it
Don't go and
work.
come back.
Good. Derek, Sakem, thank you so much. Bella, follow us tomorrow for your file, Meet the Marriage Counselor. Bella, Limbe, take note. Your file is coming up tomorrow. Subsequent programs, you have other programs.